This is Tank's Vlog, August 3rd, 2018, wrapping up the day in sports. Football is finally back. We got a little taste, a little dab on your tongue, if you will, with the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. Hall of Fame ceremonies are this weekend, and nobody's going to miss Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens, you're the one that's going to lose out. Just because you're such a greedy bastard that you can't share the stage with anybody. It's all got to be about you. Well, you're going to be the one that misses out. Nobody's going to miss you. Well, anyway, the game itself, it's the Hall of Fame game. You're just happy to see football back. And now, you just can't wait for the regular season to start. You'll get a little taste here and there of some of the preseason games. Next week is a full preseason schedule. And the one thing where you got to take away is this new helmet rule could be a problem for the NFL. There looked like a lot of confusion over the interpretation, how it's going to be enforced. There were 4 flags thrown. Once this league picks up and every game is under a microscope, this thing could explode. Roger Goodell, do everyone a favor. Resign! You are a cancer on the NFL. Now to the sports where everything matters. It's baseball. And we're going to Fenway Park, where the Yankees began a 4-game series against the Red Sox. At minimum, the Yankees got to split this series. But the way things started on Thursday, this looks like it could be a disaster. I've made a lot out of Aaron Boone being a poor choice for manager. He's being exposed more and more each day. I took that the Mets hired Mickey Moron. It looks like the Yankees hired Aaron Buffoon. I mean, horrendous managerial job. First off, you take CC Sabathia out after 3 innings. Okay, maybe he was laboring, but you gotta let the big man at least try to get through the 4th inning, and then see how he does. But no, he puts in Jonathan Holder, who couldn't hold anything, and all of a sudden you just know the Red Sox are doing the conga line. Ding 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 ding. Steve Pearce with 3 home runs. Bam, bam, bam. Next thing you know, Yankees are down 10-4. Say goodnight, Irene. Red Sox win the game 15-7. Luis Severino, who has pitched poorly in his last 4 starts, takes the mound on Friday night. This is it. This is where he's got to prove he's the ace. If he pitches poorly again, the Yankees are in for a disaster. And the A's and Mariners aren't too far off in that wild card chase. If things start spiraling, you never know. The Yankees could be in serious trouble. And with the talent they have, I know the Red Sox are winning a ridiculous amount of games. But with the talent the Yankees have, they went 15-11 in July, 6-6 against the Orioles. There's a lot of troubling signs here, and I think it begins with the manager. I don't think he is capable of winning. I think with the talent the Yankees have, it disguises a lot of the facts, a lot of mistakes that Aaron Boone makes. But he is like a restrictor plate on what the Yankees could possibly do. Meanwhile, the Mets at the city morgue put up another lackluster effort, losing to the Atlanta Braves 4-2. Oh, God. Elsewhere, how many runs did the Dodgers score? How many runs did they score? They scored 3 touchdowns. And the Brewers wear a frown. How many runs did they score today? 21 runs against the Brewers. 21 runs. And again, take one down. They still 20 runs. How many runs did the Dodgers score? Yes, that's right. The Dodgers just bludgeoned the Brewers tonight. 21-5. Ouch. Giants beat the Diamondbacks 8-1. It was Toronto 7, Seattle 3. Here come those A's. The Rays beat the Angels 4-2. The Cardinals, on a walk-off home run by Jose Martinez, stunned the Rockies 3-2. Entered the game that inning trailing 2-1. It was the White Sox beating the Royals 6-3. The Phillies got a walk-off home run by Maikel Franco to beat the Marlins 5-2, staying in first place there. The Nationals got a nice start from Max Scherzer, beat the Reds 10-4. In another football-like score, it was the Rangers over the Orioles 17-8, while the Padres beat the Cubs 6-1. Today's 3 stars are Steve Pearce of the Red Sox. You want to talk about journeyman? This is a guy who's literally played for every team in the American League East, if you will believe that, including the Yankees, where he was very forgettable. Steve Pearce. Come on. I mean, talk about just the game of your life. He had 3 home runs and 6 RBI. Our second star today is Yasiel Puig, who had 2 home runs, 4 RBI, 3 runs scored in the Dodgers' absolute annihilation of Milwaukee. And Trey Turner, who had 4 RBI as the Nationals beat the Reds. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Tom Brady, who is still going strong at the age of 41. Now, there seems to be a little maybe cracks developing, who knows? But it's going to be interesting to see what happens, especially with the without Nate Solder on that left, taking that blind side blocking for him. I think he might miss Solder. But I'd never thought he'd still be playing as one of the top quarterbacks at the age of 41 either. And we take a look back to 1948 when Satchel Paige made his first start in the majors. This is a man who might have been one of the best pitchers of all time. But unfortunately, because of, the old boy rules that they used to have before Jackie Robinson, where he wasn't allowed to pitch in the majors, he was stuck in the Negro Leagues, and he never fully got his chance, although he showed flashes when he got to the majors, and this was when he was well past 40. I mean, nobody knows his exact birth date. Most speculate Satchel Paige was born in 1906, although his mother's Bible always said he was born in 1904. So he could have been 42, 44 making his first start. And he won it. He pitched well. He even made an appearance in 1964. I mean, it's just incredible. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. And of course, always click on Allow Me to Be Frank. Like Allow Me to Be Frank. Boost Allow Me to Be Frank. Let's get Allow Me to Be Frank. Make this podcast one of the biggest podcasts in America. I got a lot of help from Tuma and Sawyer Gold. They always help. Follow them on Twitter. They'll help you get my shirts to help promote the podcasts. And always iTunes, SoundCloud. Keep it going. It's Friday. Have a nice day.